You're listening to Valerie from Lifewise with podcast number 8, Knowing Your Drinking Triggers. So let's get started. Hey, this is Valerie and welcome to podcast number 8, Knowing Your Drinking Triggers. If this is your first time listening, thanks for coming. Now, a trigger is something that makes you want to drink. I always wanted to drink wine when I was preparing dinner, so for me, peeling the spuds was a trigger. Of course, you know by now, one glass of wine was never enough for me, and it was more like one glass of wine for every 2 potatoes. Thankfully, there are lots of ways to manage triggers, and it gets easier. Identifying your triggers is important, because then you can do something about them. Your alcohol planner that you completed earlier shows what could stop you reaching your drinking goals. This will give you important clues as to what your triggers are, so you can avoid triggers or cope with them better. This next tip is one I not only use to help me stop drinking, but also smoking, and is currently helping me lose weight. So it's a fairly good tip. I find moving my furniture around so the chair I used to drink on is now in a different position. I also created a non-drinking space in my home, and I soon got used to being there without a drink in my hand. Maybe when you go shopping, you always buy a drink. So maybe only go shopping when the alcohol aisle is closed, which is after 10 p.m. at night or before 10:30 a.m. on weekdays and before 12:30 p.m. on Sundays. Maybe online shopping is an option. Or maybe when you're out with a certain group of friends, you always drink too much, and that's a trigger. In the early stages, some people can't stop thinking about alcohol and nearly everything is a trigger. For me, it was just waking up in the morning and being bombarded with thoughts of planning my next drink. But remember, you're doing something new, so it may be popping into your head a lot. It's only natural. So if this happens, try this technique. Pick a chair you don't really sit on. This will be called your worry chair. And then pick a time slot of 10 to 15 minutes to sit on it. Then, as any thoughts of alcohol pop into your head during the day, reach up your hand and imagine you're grabbing the thought and sticking them in your pocket. Tell yourself that you will worry about it at your allocated time slot, as you have lots to do right now and you need to get on with your life. As the day goes on, keep doing this, and at your time slot, sit in your worry chair for the 10 to 15 minutes. Now, worry about those thoughts that kept popping up. How do you think you will react? What I do is I have a pen and paper nearby, and I end up turning it into a problem-solving 15 minutes. Try it, it's brilliant. You've now completed managing your cravings. We hope you found this helpful. You can also find all of our social media and contact details on our website, www.alifewise.ie. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.